Today is day 7. I've just woken up because I was doing a night shift yesterday. And the plan for today is I have a roleplay call with Josh in literally like 8 minutes. Then after that, I want to practice objections by myself and just go through protocols. And then after that, we have a group session where we're gonna go through protocols and do role plays. And after that, I have another role play with Colin today. So one thing I've been thinking about today is just putting in the work when you're not really the guy right now. So for some reason, I was thinking about some of the greatest athletes out there who are now known as like the best, but when they first started out, they were nowhere near that level. So for example, Michael Jordan, he was cut from his high school basketball team because he wasn't even good enough to be sitting on the bench for the whole game. They just said, nah, you're not playing for us, cut. And then he goes on to be known as the greatest. Tom Brady, another one. I'm pretty sure he was the last picked guy in his whole draft class, which is 59 people got picked before him. And then he goes on to be the greatest football player, American football player of all time. And there's a bunch of guys like this. I'm saying Floyd Mayweather got all the way to the Olympics, got to the finals and lost, even though that fight was rigged. Just a bunch of these people, man. And it just making me, even when I was speaking to some of the guys in QR Pro, like Aman and Colin, and when I was speaking to Aman and Joe, and I was just asking them, like, how did you get to this level right now, like, to where you're like a level 5 and you're really good at selling? And it was literally like, they both said the same thing. For the first couple months, they just were immersed in sales, bro. Like, just listening to calls, going over role plays, doing role plays, joining every single call that they could to learn. And it was literally just sales. That's all it was from the time they woke up to the time they went to sleep. And that's what my mom was telling me, where that's all he was doing. And he made it hard for people to actually get into his life during that time. It was like, wake up, go to gym, sales, eat, sales, back to bed. It was the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So, and even with Joe, he had like a huge learning curve in 3 months. He was just saying the same thing. It was literally, he was listening to, he would record himself going through the protocols, listen back to it in his head while he was going for it. He'll be listening to calls while he was at home. He'll be listening to calls. He'll be on the group calls. He would just going at it all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I am in that period right now where I just need to lock in on that as well. So the main things, the main bottlenecks I need to sort out right now is, I would say, time management, just because some days I have work and that could mess me up a little bit, especially when I'm doing night shifts and I wake up in the middle of the day. I need to go to bed earlier. I need to make sure I go to bed latest 11 p.m. I want to start going to bed at 10 if I can, or half 10, because I finish work at 10. So I can wake up at 6, study for most of the morning. 6 till 12, literally 6 hours of solid studying that I could be doing, instead of going to bed at 1 or something like that, and then waking up around 8 or 10. So I need to do that and just basically just become obsessed with this, I'm saying, and not take my foot off the pedal type of thing. So if December's my favorite, December is definitely my favorite month of the year, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of distractions happening. I've got Christmas Eve, Christmas, Boxing Day, my birthday, it's my girlfriend's birthday, day after. I got a new day, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff happening, you know. Let me show up and, you know, with each other and stuff. It's just like probably the same time as my favorite month, but it's probably the hardest month to actually stay locked in and be focused on one thing. But yeah, I'll make as much progress as I can in this month, you know. So I'm at right now, and yeah, to the grind, man. This is like the part, but this is where you learn the most. This is where you grow the most. This is where the roots grow from the seed before you actually like sprout, you know. I'm at day 7, and I'm looking forward to it. So I just did a role play with Josh. Josh is a killer at these role plays. I've been doing them for a couple of weeks now. How did the role play go today, Josh?
Solid one, bro. I feel like we've both kind of, in the last week, I think the learning curves steepened nicely. Solid, we did a discovery phase each.
Yeah.
But pretty much there, obviously, there's always those little tweaks and those little bits you can work on. But I think improvement-wise, yeah, both objections. Again, I think we're both getting there. More of a confidence thing, I feel. Just, you know, read sheets, just kind of in your mind, knowing where you're going.
Right.
But overall, today's our best ever session. In fact,
probably,
pretty much guaranteed it's best session.
Yeah, definitely.
It's on the up. Obviously, it's a bit different in the group sessions because the pressure's what gets to me of those 10 eyeballs or whatever.
Yeah.
Look at you. But it's good stuff, man. We did well today.
Solid stuff. I'm really happy that I was able to cleanly go. That was my first time going through objections without no spin and having to like break role play. So I'm happy I was able to go through there. He threw some good objections at me, and yeah, definitely progress, bro. How much progress do you think you've made so far?
A fair bit. I think the main thing for me has been being calmer. And I think being calmer comes from having that more knowledge of where you're going.
Yeah.
The framework and the fact that we're now scriptless.
Yeah.
First ever scriptless roleplay was with you.
Was it? Okay.
Remember in the cafe.
Yeah.
So now I've got that kind of bit better calmness. If I know what's coming question-wise, I can be more present.
Yeah. That's
really helped me over the last week, especially. And the same with objections. It's just being present and just listening. Because the answer's in front of you. You just got to listen and then kind of cheat sheets, then you know go. So yeah, look, we're making progress, getting it done, getting the reps in.
For sure. I think my biggest thing was just having structure. So before, you know, I was doing the whole scriptless thing and I was good at like just up with questions and stuff like that, but I didn't have no structure. I didn't know where I was going. So that's the biggest thing for me. And then obviously finally getting into objections, which is something that I never practiced before. That's huge for me. Yeah.
Calm today, and I could see it, and that helps for sure.
Appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing where we are at the end of by next year. So like in a month, it's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Be crazy, bro. So roleplay went really well with Josh. Something I want to mention is now that I've had a really good roleplay, it's like put me in the right state of mind to like, okay, I carry on going now. And I mean, first time I've gone through objections properly without having to stop or just break the roleplay. When you are able to get through it with no problems like that, it just gives you a big boost, man. You know, if you have like a clean discovery roleplay session, or you have a really clean objections or pitching this call, it just gives you a huge boost. It's kind of like playing sports. If you get subbed into the game or the game starts and you brick your first shot, like, or you airball your shot, you're like as confident to get the ball again and shoot, you know. You get in and you pull up and you score the first time, you have so much more confidence to get the ball and to be more active. So that was really good. It's given me a boost. Yeah, good. Definitely need to work more on objections because we kind of but we didn't do super prospects, but we both did like 3-4 objections, just like back to back, staying in the pocket and getting through it. Yeah, discovery. The thing that I need to work on discovery now is challenging prospects that are quite vague and give me short answers. Those, you know, diva type of prospects. And then also just knowing when to dig deeper on questions and to be a little bit more conversational. So when you're speaking to a lay down, when I say lay down, that's just someone that's like no objection, they just want to buy, they're ready to go. When you're speaking to those people, it's easy. But when you're speaking to those challenging prospects that I'll take it or leave it, they don't really care, that's why I tend to struggle. You know, prospects that are like, oh, I've been here before, like, what's the price? Let's get straight to it. So that's the main thing I want to work on. Those things there, being more conversational and just digging a little bit deeper with short answers and stuff like that. But really solid. I realize, so I've had that role play with Josh. I got the group call with the rest of the group later at 4. Then after that, I'm going to have a call with Colin. Then after that, I have a call with Ty. So it's a busy day. It's a pretty busy day today. But it's good. I'm getting more reps in. So, yeah.